Well, happy Monday once again, everyone. Bryan Devore, Devore Realty Group, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, California Properties. Another Monday market moment. 1 week left until Christmas. You have 7 more shopping days, and you'll see some socks right there on the screen. So why are those there? Well, later on we're going to talk about socks for seniors to support seniors in San Diego. We'll get to that in just a couple minutes, but first, let's talk about the real estate market. Interesting market right now. Right now, there are 2,868 homes for sale throughout the county. It's a huge drop of 146. We expected a decline in inventory based on the holidays. A little bigger decline than I actually expected. Median list price of 965, higher than the week before, with an average days on market of 56, about 3 days higher than the last week's. Pending sales 1766, a drop of one from last week. So huge drop in inventory, slight drop in demand. Median list price of those homes $815,000, a decrease from last week. And 28 days is the average days on market for the homes that are currently in escrow. Months of inventory, a drop down to 2.13. It was above 2.2, so slight drop, mostly because of the drop in inventory. Here's the chart that shows total actives and total pendings. You can see the trend line. It was trending upwards into in November into Thanksgiving, and since then, a steady decline. Meanwhile, pendings are hanging out around 60. That's it. 120 drop from the week before. So fewer homes are coming on the market each week, and I expect that's going to continue as we go into Christmas and New Year's. Median list price $850,000, higher than the week before. New pendings 279, also a drop, but not as much of a drop as the new active. So 27 fewer homes went pending last week than did the week before, with a median list price of $799.9, lower than the week before. Average days on market 24, 2 fewer days than the week before. New pendings listed within the last week 13, and new pendings listed within the last 2 weeks 97. So 5% of homes are selling in a week or less. 35% of homes, a little over a third, are still selling in 2 weeks or less. How many closed homes did we have last week? 268, slight drop of 15 from last week. Median list price 847,509, increased over last week's closed sales. 844.5 was the median sales price, also an increase, but as we can see, median list price higher than the median sales price. So a little bit of a drop in that respect. Average days on market 25, one more day than the ones that closed the week before. Coming in with the least expensive sale last week, Borrego Springs, once again, 192.5. And most expensive sale, also once again in Rancho Santa Fe, $6.5 million. Here's a chart showing new actives, new pendings, and new closed sales. You can see the huge drop in the number of new listings that came on the market in the last 2 months, way lower than any level over the last 2 months. New pendings, again, a drop, but still, pretty strong relative to the last few weeks. Closed sales about the same. So we're going to see, you see that the delta between new actives and new pendings is getting smaller and smaller and smaller as interest rates come down, and demand is still there. Here is the chart showing median list price and median sales price hanging out roughly around the same levels it's been the last couple months. Yeah, the Stephen Thomas Reports on Housing report came out last week, so you can see where we are in active listings relative to the last few years. 2023, you see the orange arrow pointing to the blue line right here, and you can see we're not as steep of a decline as we have seen in years past, but we're starting out way below inventory levels as years pass, other than 2021. But we are seeing that decline just like in the last few years. Meanwhile, pending sales are flattening. So you can see in the last few years how pendings were more steeply declining, and we're not declining as steeply as we had in years past. Similar to what it was last year, but more of a shallow decline. So it will be interesting to see what happens into the new year for that. His sold report, I like his sold report because it breaks it down by city, and you can see the units sold this year in the first column. For example, Alpine 19 versus units sold in October of last year, and these are October numbers. were 7. So way more homes sold this year in Alpine in October than last year. So some of these cities, even though overall in San Diego, we've seen about a 35% decline in the number of total closed sales. Some cities are seeing more closed sales. Others are declining. If you want to get this full report, let me know. I'm happy to send it to you. All right, socks for seniors. So the San Diego County Council on Aging, we're having our annual sock drive, Socks for Seniors, from now until the middle of January. We are going to be supporting local organizations that help seniors, providing them with socks, which is the #1 most requested item in homeless shelters, especially for seniors. And we have a few different ways you can donate. We have some drop-off locations here on the right. You can see my office on the left and some other locations as well, depending on where you happen to be in the county. You can also bring them to our meeting in January if you want, or you can order online on Amazon. And that's the way that most people seem to be doing it right now. You can't click, obviously, because you're watching this video, but if you go to Amazon and just donate socks, you can have them sent to any one of these locations. But we do have a wish list on Amazon. So we're hoping to collect thousands of pairs of socks, donate them to a few different organizations that help seniors. It would really, really help keep seniors warm this winter. That's it for this week's Monday Market Moment. You can scan the QR code to track your home's value. Next week, we're going to talk a little bit about the difference between the regular market and the luxury market. We'll be interested to see what level that is. How expensive does a house have to be these days to be a luxury home? That's it for this week's Monday Market Moment. Hope you have a great day and a great week. And yes, I'll be reporting on Christmas Day. Have a great day.
You've been watching Monday Market Moment with Bryan Devore. To request a transcript of this week's report, send an email request to brian@devorerealtygroup.com.